YouTube, Scotty here. Got another video coming at you. This is a follow-up video to my last video, which was about H&R lowering springs. That is a serious drop. So, and just for comparison, this is what a stock RT spring looks like. Now you can see that the RT spring is about what's advertised. They advertise about a 1.7 inch drop or 1.4, but it's a whole different animal with the RT or with the Hellcat spring. I had a lot of questions in that video, and I'm going to try to answer some of those now. First one is that a lot of people asked how I could have left them on for so long. Well, I really didn't. I got the Hellcat in January. Within 4 weeks, I had swapped out the H&Rs for a different set of springs. I just didn't make a video until like 6 months later. So the next thing is a lot of people ask what I put on to replace the H&Rs. I have the Eibach Pro Kit, which is the only one they sell. It's specifically designed for 392s and Hellcats. On the RT, I have Eibach Sport Lines, which are the lower of the two options that you have for RTs. That's why I had the other springs available, the stock springs that I could show you and compare them to the H&Rs. So there's one other thing that people ask me about. Did it ride any different when I put the new Eibachs on? It really did ride quite a bit different. I just felt a lot more confident with it. A lot of the bumps that I would go over with the H&R springs on there, and I would bottom out, and I'd be expecting to bottom out at that spot. Once I got the Eibachs on there was no more bottoming out. Stiffness, it just felt like it fit the car better. It's hard to explain. With the H&Rs, it just, something didn't feel right. This thing handling around corners, it felt better. It felt like it was made for the car. Definitely a big improvement when I got the Eibach Pro Kit on there. So I'm going to show you what some of the differences look like between the RT with the Sport Lines and the Hellcat with Pro Kits. Alright, so I'm going to do a comparison test now. One is the old trusty finger width test, which is really not that accurate because the width of the tires, the size of the tires, the type of tire and everything, as well as the wheel offset, all of that kind of impacts the actual fitment underneath the fender. So I'm going to do that first, but then I'm also going to measure from the top of the rim up to the fender curve. That's really a more accurate way to test, and on both cars I have Hellcat replica rims. Those are actually real Hellcat rims on the RT. On the Hellcat I have Hellcat replicas. So they are identical. In the front they're identical. They're 275 9.5s. The backs are different. On the backs I have 315 tires and 10.5 inch wheels on the Cat, and on the RT tires are 275, wheels are 9.5. So let's do the trusty finger test first. Okay, so here is the Hellcat. Now you can see here that I've got about a finger width. This middle knuckle, I have trouble pushing that through. This is on the front. On the RT, I have no trouble, and I can actually, shake my finger up and down there. The Sport Lines, they lower the car more from stock than the Hellcat Pro Kit, but the difference is that the Hellcat already comes very low. These springs on the Hellcat only drop about 1.3 inches. The Sport Lines on the RT drop about anywhere from 1.8 to 2 inches. Let's do the ruler test now. It's about 3.5 inches from the top of the wheel. Over here, it's about 3 3/4. So it's about a 1/4 inch difference in the front between those two packages. So let's go to the back now. The back is quite a bit different. All right. Now again, the finger test back here is really not going to be a good comparison because these are much wider wheels and tires. But again, I've got a little bit of play on the finger there. All right, it's not as tight as the front, but there's a huge difference on the RT. I mean, there's a lot of difference with the lowering on there. Let's do the ruler test. It's about 3 3/4 on the RT. We are way up there, almost 4.5. Okay, final test I'm going to do is ground to wheel well. So front of the Hellcat, we are at about 27 3/4. If we look at the RT, is about 28 1/4. So let's take a look at the back. The back on the Hellcat is again 27 3/4. So you see it's really perfectly balanced with these Eibach lowering springs. The height from the ground to the wheel well is the same in the front as it is in the back. Look at the back of the RT. Back of the RT is 29 inches. So it's 28 and about a third in the front and 29 in the back. But they really are very different cars, and they need different springs, which was the whole point of my H&R video. If you haven't seen that video, you should really check it out, because it is important for any 392 or SRT owner to take a look at that before you decide to get any lowering springs. So that's about it, guys. Appreciate you swinging by, and I'll catch you on the next round. Take it easy.